Hey, what's going on there YouTube? It's Paul Motley here again, and today we're going to talk about how to optimize a channel to get more views. Now, as you can see on the screen, I am looking at my own YouTube channel, and this is kind of like become an ongoing thing. I've wanted to do and get to a certain point with it for a long time now. It's never quite worked out, but for some reason I keep coming back to it, almost like a red rag in a bull and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to evaluate what's going on right now and how I think I can optimize this channel to get even better. So what I need you to do is, if you are watching, whether you're watching on TikTok, if you want to drop me a follow or a like or a comment or anything like that, or indeed go to my bio and drop me a subscribe on that, you're going to actually get to see this video as well as it goes out. And be sure, if you are subscribing, then you do hit the notification bell, so that means you're not going to miss out on any of the future videos. So I'm just going to evaluate what's going on so far. So at the moment, the channel has got about 1750 views in the last 28 days, 82 hours. Right now, this little counter up here is from vidIQ. It's showing me how many valid views I've had in the last 12 months. How many in the last 60 minutes, last 48 hours, how many on shorts, last 7 days, and all that good stuff, right? So, and again, the subscriber count, which you can see there in real time as well. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out was this little thing up here. Now, you get this, right? You get this up here. I'm going to use the mouse on that so you can see if you're watching YouTube. You get this from vidIQ, which is free. I'll drop a link in the description of the video so you can go ahead and get that, because it's really interesting. Because when I actually look at my stats on screen here for the last 365 days, it's going to show a heck of a lot more views. It's going to show 176,000 views and over 8.4 thousand watch hours. So why is it so different to what it's showing up here? And the reason being is because at the moment, YouTube isn't counting watch time from shorts, but also YouTube only shows or counts towards that monetization figure the views which come from publicly listed videos. So if you've got a video that is running on ads, then it won't show up. If you have a video which is embedded somewhere else and shown as unlisted, again, that won't show up. So that's super important when you're actually looking at it and thinking, oh my god, yeah, I only need to get this up to 1,000 subscribers and I can get monetized. No, that's not the case. I am still well low. I'm about a quarter, almost about a quarter where I should be right now. So it's not terrible, but there could be a lot of things I can do to help this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a look and see one particular point that I can start improving on. So if I go to see more, it's going to bring up the advanced tab. There we go. Right, now what I'm looking for is impressions click-through rate. So if I click on it once, it's going to put everything in there for the last 7 days. Let's make it for the last 90 days, just to give some of the videos a chance. That's now going to show up each time it is being shown to people, what percentage of people have actually clicked through. So I'm not going to count this one, it's only had 7 impressions and 1 view, right? So that's not quite amazing enough. But if I look further down, my aim is to try and get as many videos above 10% as possible, and to get that click-through rate based off impressions. What are 2 things that you can do to improve on that? Number 1, thumbnail. Number 2, title. Right, so as with any split test, I'm only going to operate on one thing to start with, and that is going to be on the thumbnail. So let's have a look and see something a bit lower down, which is getting some views but not doing amazingly well. Right, so let's look at this one here, which is the Blake Newbar Partner Program. Okay, right, so I've got this thumbnail on at the moment. It's only getting 4.6 click-through rate, so I think we should be able to do better than that. So let's just open that up and have a look and see. In fact, if I open that up in a new tab, it might be easier to check out. Let's just see, where's it gone now? Is it gone? Where has it gone? Bum, 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 bum. You know when you see something and you think, where did that go? Right, there's another one. Let's copy that. Let's put that in a new tab. Paste in there. Oh gosh, now it's not working at all, is it? Oh, I love these things when you go live. I'll tell you what, we're going to do things one by one. Now, one of the things that I have looked at and I've noticed really, really well is that there are some of the thumbnails which do really well, and one of the ones that I've looked at that's doing really well is vidIQ's thumbnails. Now they must be getting amazingly good on their click-through rate, because it's not just there, because I mean they are doing well, they've got over 910,000 subscribers, but if you look at the videos and then you sort by newest, you can see that this video here has had 5,500 views and it's only been on 2 hours ago, right? So this is a video of great importance to me, because I will obviously be wanting to see what's going on with that. Now, what I'm going to do is I am looking at each of the thumbnails and thinking, right, okay, what's the common theme on the thumbnails? Right, so we've got your man there, and for the life of me now, I forget what his name is. I think it might be Nick. Apologies if it's not. But it's a really good channel about learning how to grow your channel, believe it or not. So I'm noticing that this pose he uses quite a bit, or something similar to it, right? And then again there, and then sometimes he's got this one or that one or this one or that one, right? And it is pretty consistent. I would say he's using that in, well, at least 20% just by looking at that, which means I'm just saying that's 5 across there, and he's got it on 2 of that one, he's actually got it on 4 on that one, he's got it on 1 on that one. So on average 20% of his thumbnails have got himself in it, and the rest of it is just ordinary regular stuff. Now, whereas with mine, if I head back to my own channel, let's go back to the channel. Now I can see that my videos, right, forgetting about the where it says uploads on it, I need to sort this out.
Motley again, and today we are going to talk about how to.
I've got. Oh, let's pause that, burn it down. Let's go to videos. Right, forgetting about the shorts. I've been uploading a lot of shorts recently, but if you look at these, all very similar, maybe too similar, maybe it needs breaking up a little bit, maybe I should be aiming for that 20% rule on that as well. So what I could do is I could look at what vidIQ are doing as far as their the poses that he's using, and just emulate that pose but being myself. So how would we do that? Well, the easiest thing to do would be, let's open Canva up. Let's start with let's duplicate that so I've got the right size. I'm just going to delete everything off it, or in fact I would just add a page. There we go. Make that white. Now I've got something there that I can take a look at and think, okay, right, I like the look of that one. I'm going to screen capture that, and I'm going to pop it in here. Right, so this is just to give me ideas when I go back to it, so that I can see which ones are doing really well. Now, if I was to actually sort by most popular, there's one most popular that's had 1 million views on that one. So let's take a look and see. There could be a number of ways why. It's going to pop that in there as well. And I'm just randomly taking these over so that I can then do something similar myself, but based on what I've got going on. So if you notice, there's a common theme as well with the backgrounds. They're all tending to be congruent with the background of what he's got here. Whereas with mine, I've got this yellow on that. Don't ask me why I picked the yellow. And I've got this as my channel headline. So I think scrub up off on the channel headline, definitely. And then obviously work on the background colors and everything else like that. So the idea is to try and make sure that what I'm doing is going to make a difference to the video itself, or the actual channel itself. So let's head back to here. Let's go to YouTube Studio, and I want to go back to analytics. There we go, analytics. See more. And if I just think about it, if I think, right, well, what have we got on here as far as videos go that are doing reasonably well, but if I could just increase that click-through rate, then I'd be doing a lot better. So let's take a look. Where was that video with plenty of impressions? I can never find things now. See, like here, it's 305 impressions, 7.5. So if I can increase that up to 10, that should give me an extra couple of watch hours on that one, and definitely adding on to the amount of people which are going ahead and clicking through on that as well, even to a point where we've got, say, this one here, which I think is one we looked at before. That definitely needs to change the thumbnail on that, because if I can increase that to 10, then that's going to bump that up to over 2, maybe get more on that one. And this is just the last 28 days. So if you think about it, if you can just optimize, you know, 10 or 20 of your videos, and you're getting an extra 10 or 20 watch hours per month, that's soon going to rack up. That's going to be like anything between 100 and 200 extra watch hours just by optimizing the videos I've already got. So anyway, I hope this has kind of like been informative to you, and this is normally like the end of the bit where I will come in and I will tell you to subscribe and drop a like and a comment and all that things if you found it useful, if you wanted to, any questions you've got about that. But there will be some options around this video to subscribe and look at other good things, and going from there. Anyway, from now, that is going to be it.